It's been lauded as an important milestone in South African space science history. The weather station was developed at a cost of over 70 million rand. Here, researchers and forecasters can work side by side to decipher how weather events which occur in space can impact humans. This can include damage to communication satellites, which, for example, could result in the inability to bank, use a cell phone, GPS or the internet.
Space weather is interested in how storms on the sun, coronal mass ejections, solar flares, and energy, electromagnetic energy, X-rays and ultraviolet, hit the Earth's space environment. And when that energy is dumped into the Earth system, it can impact satellites, satellite communication systems, navigation systems, and also systems here on the ground. And it also impacts airlines for their communication, and also the safety of the crew. So airline pilots and crew are considered radiation workers because as they go up to altitude of 10, 12, 13 kilometers, they actually are exposed to radiation from space. And so monitoring what's going on in the space environment can protect our systems as well as human life.
The South African National Space Agency says the centre is crucial to South Africa's regional role in monitoring space weather and its impact.
When we travel worldwide, and we need to be able to make sure that when the safety of life on navigation or airplanes, that when you come through all over the regions, the aviation services are able to get the right information on the plane. And so South Africa has been appointed as a regional space weather center over Africa. So in these partnerships now, because our flights are global, we need to make sure that the aviation sector can connect through the space weather centers throughout the world.
The Department of Science and Innovation says South Africa is in a position to help the United States Space Agency, NASA, to monitor its satellites to the moon, and has aviation and weather service partners across the continent and the world.
It's no longer enough now just to provide the weather conditions in the atmosphere where we are. We now also need to look at space weather, which is further away, in order to properly understand its impact on generally the weather, the aviation sector. But this is more important than just the aviation sector. It's important for agriculture, because from space you can be able to actually detect changing conditions, that may affect certain crops in future as we actually go forward. It's also important for the mining industry, by the way, in terms of what we can be able to detect through satellites, from space, and weather conditions from space and what impact they could actually have on Earth.
The research and monitoring done here can also help governments understand and meet the needs of its people.
Space science enables us, actually, what we've managed to do, we've mapped all the informal settlements in South Africa. We've got details of them, where they are located, what services are there, what services are not there, by using satellites. That's very important. We also deployed our satellites, by the way, now, under SANSA, with the disasters that happened in KZN, the natural disasters. We are able to show through detailed satellites where exactly damage has happened, and we are able to even begin to cost that. So this knowledge of space science is very crucial also for the challenges that we actually face.
The development of the space weather station has been described as an example of South Africa's scientific prowess. Vanessa Puna, SABC News, Cape Town.